We here, episode 6. Nuffsaid Tusabe, aquí estamos. Episode 6. My boy Biggie, my boy Bobby, my boy Nose. What's up?
Siempre feliz como una lombriz.
I had Zachary with me. I had my son with me all week, so we just chilled and did, son and daddy things.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Involved a lot of eating and sleeping. It's great.
Yeah.
This is how you hibernate, son. Put your head on the pillow.
This is how a man does it. Lay right here.
That's good.
Well, I went to St. Patty's Day at a bar down the street, and then I think on Sunday we went to go check out Tejano singer Eric. I forgot his name, but he sings that
Perez.
song.
Oh, he sings that song?
Yeah, so it was pretty lit.
Yeah.
Must admit, it was a hell of a lot of fun. So
Hold on. Can you slowly say what he's saying in that?
Todo el mundo tocando palmas.
hey,
Todo el mundo tocando palmas.
hacia arriba.
Todo el mundo tocando
Isn't
Well,
he a
he's a lot
kid?
older now.
Isn't he a kid or something?
I was about to say, because that sounds like a woman.
Yeah, when
Carlos got it. He's like, oh, that's that song.
Yeah.
hold on. Miami wasn't able to go see Sunday.
What's his name?
Miami. Eric Masore.
Eric Masora. So he sings that song.
That boy, I mean, he's like a lot older now. When that song came out, I mean, he was a little kid.
When did that song come out?
Yeah.
by
When
the way?
did that song come out? Because that's
Oh,
it.
1996.
Okay, yeah, because I remember, hearing
You
when
remember
that song
back
came
then?
on.
You remember back then
That song came on, you
tocando
had to go to the
palmas?
It was the summer of '96.
It was a
The
summer.
summer of '96. I was a growing boy.
A lot of great
Tocando
hits.
palma.
A lot of
But
great
he got-
hits came out that
But
summer.
he put on a hell of a show, by the way. Like for being the first time, me being at a Tejano
Yeah.
event, because we went to Square Market Square, and they had 4 different stages with 4 different Tejano people playing, and they had a lot of food, and so it was quite a really good experience that I got a chance to do with a few friends from the baseball team.
Did he sing that song though?
He sure as hell did.
And in that voice,
He I mean,
he
It's
still
funny
sounds the same.
he still kind of sounds the same, so
Mm,
it was pretty cool.
okay. I mean, pero ¿le tocaste el palma o qué?
He was up in the front.
We were really close, so
I bet.
but let me send a shout out first.
Go ahead.
Now, I know that you guys don't watch as much news as I probably do, but shout out to Kentucky Brown Jackson, the first black woman to be nominated for the Supreme Court as a Supreme Court judge.
Yep.
If you guys haven't been keeping up with that,
Yeah.
that's history, in the making, and I'm glad that we got to be a part or be allowed to give it a witness. The Supreme Court judges are going to be very diverse now, so that was pretty cool.
That's
I'm
all.
not sure if they're going to be very diverse, but it's a step in the right direction.
So we still missing.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
absolutely.
still have
And-
some progress.
Yeah.
yeah.
We still have some
Good
progress. I mean, you can have a bunch of chickens in your backyard just because you have a black one and a brown one doesn't mean they're not all white. You know what I mean?
What?
I'm not sure that's a correct analogy, but I'm gonna keep on looking at it.
Yeah.
That was I raised chicken analogy that I guess if you raise chicken, you got it. So
I love chicken.
cool.
Just real quick because it's a hot topic right now through all my feed and stuff like that. The new Daddy Yankee album just came out, just dropped today, Thursday. But we'll release this tomorrow. But overall, I heard it earlier and I'm liking it. Liking it. Yeah, it has a lot of potential hits. The only thing that I'm questioning is there's none of the old school reggaeton artists on it. No
they're all
Nicky
new.
Jam, no Tego, no Don Omar, people like that. If for this to be his last album, he should have brought, somebody
What
from
started him?
the from the beginning,
Some
the
OGs,
old
some
school.
old head.
Yeah. I mean, he has Pitbull, which is not, and then he has
Not
Lil.
reggaeton.
I'm like,
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to hear it yet. I'm waiting till tomorrow. But I heard it's getting really good reviews as far as the music. So
yeah. As far as the music, the only thing I'm gonna say right now, we'll move on, is he took the style of a lot of his hits and the form of his hits, and he put them all in one album. Overall, what I've heard is pretty good. When you get a chance, do listen to it. But a lot of the songs do sound like another song, you know.
right.
But it's his style. It's been his style for the last 20 years. So, you're gonna hear that, like that rumba, song. Then you're gonna hear like something a little bit more upbeat. But I'll leave it at that. But definitely check it out. Legendary. They're about to Legendary.
Yeah, that's gotta be the best name for an album. By the way, Legendary was my nickname in college.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but for him, so
Your name was what?
that's Legendary.
Okay, back in college.
All right, yeah, back in college, my nickname was Legendary.
All right.
But
I totally made that up.
I know.
I was to say Bear County University.
College, yeah.
I did go to college also. I went to jail and college. See both sides of the coin. Duh.
But for those who don't know, next week on the 30th of March, they released the ticket sales for his last tour. So if you're interested in going, at least for here, the closest thing is Houston or Dallas.
Yeah.
Me and my girl trying to get tickets up here.
Yeah. He's going to New York. I mean, he's going to the big
Barclays or Madison.
Me and my jelly got a chance to see him twice since we've been together, and he puts on a hell of a show. So
I've never seen him.
Oh yeah, he does, and that's why I don't want to miss this one.
Yeah,
and I noticed also on his Puerto Rico's not on there, because I think he has something planned for Puerto Rico. Mexico City is his last stop, and that's December 3rd. And then after that, he has all of December to, like he's always done. He's always done December in Puerto Rico. So last time he broke records with doing, I think 12 shows. All sold out. Yeah, all sold out. And I think he's either gonna try to do the same thing. That's just my opinion. Either try to do the same thing or do something special for Puerto Rico,
like on Christmas, something like that. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Like Christmas special.
Yep.
Nice.
Nuffsaid Tusabe Ep6
Tusabe.
We're gonna have to talk about it. I know we've been out for a little bit of maybe about a week or so, but I don't know if you guys got a chance to talk about the quarterback trades that the NFL had.
Yeah, not just quarterbacks. I mean trades.
Well, quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I mean, I wanted to get you guys' opinion on who do you guys thought came out the winner on the whole quarterback the quarterback trades that happened this past few days.
Tom Brady.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, not even a trade. It's
other than Tom Brady.
Reinstated, coming back from retirement, even though
did y'all know that there was a ball that his last touchdown ball got auctioned off hours before he retired?
Yeah, and I think it's sold for $545,000.
$540,000, bro. Now Tom Brady has since, I think he was gonna pay for the ball or whatever, but that's fucking hilarious.
Nope, that shit goes up now. Yeah. Oh no, it goes down.
It goes down.
It goes down. Yeah, the shit's worth $80.
It's not his actual last one.
Yeah. Unless he just doesn't throw a touchdown all season, you know.
Well, we got his first retirement. Now you're gonna have a second retirement, so
Yeah,
it might still be worth a buck or two.
yeah, maybe. But for me, it's obviously Deshaun Watson. He got $230 million guaranteed coming off the season, which he didn't even
might
play.
not even play.
Yeah, they're probably still gonna suspend him. You know, he's still got 22 civil suits. He's got to
actually
those
were
work around.
So I think those were actually like they were removed as of today. So those were actually like they're not actually going to pursue
civil suits.
Yeah, the ones that we had pending.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what like Carlos is saying that I can see Rara in the background. His base salary for next year is $1 million in that contract because they don't know what's going to happen to him. Because more than likely he's going to get suspended. I still think that's the dumbest contracts that an NFL team has ever paid, in my opinion. The dude hasn't played in like 2 years.
But
he hasn't played 2 years.
The contract is fine. It's the guarantee.
Yeah, guaranteed. That's baseball money.
That's
okay. So the whole contract. The whole contract is $230 million guarantee. So why would you pay that to someone that hasn't played 1 in 2 years?
That's what I'm saying.
He's gonna play next year. That means he's gonna be out the game for 3 years.
But yeah, 2 years is not too bad. They've probably been keeping him in shape. You know, they've been doing all that, but it's only been 2 years. It could be like 16 years. You know, but it's saying, but the guarantee, no matter who it was, not even if he was coming off fresh from the year before. Guaranteed $230 million? Nah, he's not that guy.
Nah,
Aaron Rodgers or Brady should get that.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. Like, from a pure football perspective, I get it. When he's healthy, he's a top 5 quarterback in the league, sure. But you can't negate the 22 women. You know what I mean? All from all over the country had all these, allegations against him. Mind you, they're just allegations. We don't know for sure.
Yeah,
but I find it very hard to believe.
We don't know, but
the 22 different people, though, man. It's not just 3. You know what I mean? So it's you have to take that into account if you're a team. Now, mind you, the coach already has like banners hanging outside. Like somebody came and hung up a banner that said 22 women don't lie. You know what I mean? Like,
until he gets tried, I don't,
But that's the thing, though. Like in the NFL, if you're good, all that shit goes away, dog. Like where the Cowboys are traded for multiple people with larger character flaws than that. You know what I mean? Just because they can play the fucking game. And I think that's fucking stupid. Like, if the motherfucker's a creep, kick him out the league. I don't care how good he is, but they ain't going to because it's going to affect their bottom line.
It's the money-making machine, though. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's all about the money.
It's all about the bottom line. Mind you, like, before this happened, nobody have heard of Deshaun Watson even committing halfway of a misdemeanor. The guy had squeaky clean.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he has that to hold his hat on. But other than that, where the smoke, there's fire to me, dog. Like, if there's 1, 2, or 3 people that all work for the team, I get it. But these are 22 different women from all over the country. Like, so
it's a sensitive subject. I mean, like they say, you're not guilty until you whatever they say. Like,
right. They're allegations.
I mean, you're guilty to proven guilty. You're innocent.
Proven guilty. So
you're guilty.
I mean,
but
we don't know.
America.
But in a way, that's how people see it. You're guilty to proven innocent.
I'm pretty sure that's how the Cleveland Browns are looking at it, right? Like they're betting on him to push them to that next level because obviously Baker Mayfield couldn't do that. But
yeah, I mean, in the Browns' defense, also their last good quarterback was Bernie fucking Kosar. So you got to go after the guy, And I get it from a business standpoint. I understand both sides, but it's just the politics of the league, man. And
so go back. He was a grand jury declined to indict him. The second grand jury, as of today. So, what does that mean, right? Like they're not going to indict him on those charges. So, and even if he settles, like we don't even know because he could do one of those things where it's like you can't say anything if we settle
a non-disclosure
like,
agreement.
You know
Yeah, of course.
So.
And yeah, anytime you do that, there's going to be an NDA. But he still could get suspended by the league, which is why they only guaranteed $1 million this year. So so they don't take a chunk of that salary. Which is smart, man. Whoever wrote up this contract is a fucking genius and also a fucking idiot. Because you don't give Deshaun Watson $230 million guaranteed, but
so
like you said,
that's more for the agent. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's more for the people that work with him. That's the smart move on their half. It's the Browns that are losing if this all crumbles down in their face.
Of course. Yeah,
they're the losers in this whole.
If they don't have money to pay anybody else, and
Well,
I thought that was one of the. I thought that was one of those trades or quarterback pickups that are really kind of head scratching. The contract thing was kind of head scratching to me. So, but I wanted to talk to you guys since we're in the NFL, right? Man, the AFC is gonna be stacked now.
Woo, boy!
Man, like honestly, like I wanted you guys to chime in. You got Baltimore, you got Buffalo, you got Cincinnati. Mind you, if this dude plays with the Browns, you got Wilson with the Broncos. The Colts went out and picked up from Atlanta Matt Ryan. You got Kansas City.
The big trade today, Hill going to the Dolphins.
Hill going to the Dolphins.
You got the Raiders. You still got the Chargers, and you got the Cheetah going to the Dolphins. You still got the
Miami.
And then you got Pittsburgh, you got Tennessee. So, man, to be honest with you, man, honestly, if we were to pick right now, who do y'all see coming out of the AFC? It's
too easy. It's the Jets, baby. Jet like.
I was gonna say Vegas. Raiders.
You notice how I didn't even mention the Jets, but
nobody mentions the Jets.
I mean, it was.
Well, I know Kansas City's trying to make it. I know Kansas City's.
Man, but you can't.
I don't know, man.
You can't take them out though, like because
you can't, bro.
You can't take them out.
They still got the best tight end in the league. They still got the best tight end in the league.
Yeah, they lost a big piece.
They did. I have to admit, and I have to agree with you on that.
That's what the quarterback gets for having such a big ass contract.
Yeah, so
that's what happened. Because remember last year it was only like $7 million against the cap hit. This year that it turned to like $35 million against the cap,
and they couldn't keep him. So
they couldn't keep him, man.
Man, that I mean, I know. Yeah, y'all know that I'm a huge Cowboys fan and all that, but man, that whole conference, and it's just going to be like it's going to be anybody's, man. You got Adams out in LA now, or in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I mean, you got three people, you got three teams that can potentially make the playoffs from the same division.
Yeah, and to me, that's just nuts. It's good for the game, I think, because it kind of makes the game more competitive. And obviously, I thought the Dolphins did pretty well last year without the Cheetah.
Yeah,
they won 8-7 games at the end, right?
9-8. Yeah,
you add him now. Can they get 2 extra wins? But
they got the 2 fastest receivers in the league. Right?
Exactly.
The thing is, Tua can't throw the ball more than 8 yards down the field, so it's going to be a lot of dink and dunks and catch and run, which both of those receivers are made for.
Make or break.
So we'll see what the coach does
for him.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins. I think they had to go balls to the wall. What they did in free agency this year, and signing all those people, but. Because they had to have a positive after the whole, after the whole scandal with the,
with Flores,
with Brian Flores and all that. Because they still have that cloud hanging over their head. One way to make that cloud go away is you win, right? So, I think it was, I mean, of course, if they have the opportunity to go get these people they're going to, I don't think they would have made those types of moves if they didn't have that Brian Flores cloud hanging over the organization. They had to find a way to kind of make that go away, at least in the court of public opinion. But Miami does look. Let me tell you, this is a make or break year for Tua, man, because he's not, in my opinion, he's not that good. But
for Tua,
if he is good, if he is good, he's going to show it. If he's not good, he's going to show it. So one way or the other, it's a make or break year for him. He's coming to that bridge, you know, and he needs to know which way to go.
I think they're going to do good. I think they're.
Yeah, I think you're. By the way, Carlos, I think your mic it keeps rubbing on your shirt. Just
do you have chains on? Do you have like?
No.
Like you got like gold, just like.
No, I just have one. I'm a classic, man.
The mob boss. Just go ahead and take it out, man.
No, but I mean, there's a lot of things rubbing on my shirt. It's not my chain.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been watching the shit. Like, right. Nothing's been moved to the Jets, so I don't want to hear about other teams getting all this glory and shit. Nothing's happening in this. I'm not even worried about it.
Nothing's happening in your.
Hey, look, Eric. There's two teams that have not done dick this whole fucking offseason. It's the Cowboys and the Jets. So I understand. Yeah.
And this ain't just this year. It's like every year, and to draft another quarterback. And they forgot about every other position.
How many quarterbacks have y'all?
So it's pointless. I'm not happy. I'm not looking forward to this. I just want to see football. Honestly, just I want to like lease another team for the meanwhile. I don't know who yet, but
until you get back on the
until my car is fixed, I'm riding in this Lamborghini truck Diablo over here.
Yeah, I'm taking this rental.
Yes. So my piece of shit gets fixed.
In the shop.
I have the breathalyzer in this one. I'm going to use the one that doesn't have it.
Hey, that's what I did. I bought me a whole other car.
Why do you have a breathalyzer?
That's a bad idea.
You know what? I'm not even going to ask.
No excuses, Biggie. No fucking excuses.
Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. Damn.
Yeah, the biggest shocker to me was Tom Brady. I didn't think it was gonna happen, man. It was a very big disappointment in my day. I think I threw up what I had for lunch. It was just horrible.
Wait. When you found out that he came back?
Yeah. I'm so tired of Brady. He's like LeBron.
Found out that he came
LeBron,
back.
just go away. Brady, go away. Just leave, please.
Go.
Give
other people a chance. Like,
yeah.
It's
all those memes of Aaron Rodgers is like, fuck, man. Like,
go to Aaron.
Yeah.
I know, man. Aaron's like, fuck.
Aaron still got to get through Jimmy Garoppolo. So
Aaron took the money. He's not tripping. He's not going to win shit for the rest of his life.
They
can't sign nobody. Who are they gonna? And they just got rid of somebody too, didn't they?
Yeah, they got rid of Adams.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams went to the Raiders.
That's why they don't want to give these quarterbacks this big money in football because you can't afford key players.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
He said that he did take a pay cut so that other players can.
No, he didn't.
After this deal,
a pay cut.
Remember
this deal?
After this deal?
Yeah, he said he took a pay cut.
He took a pay cut.
Yeah.
No, he fucking didn't.
200.
That's the highest paid quarterback ever, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, when he signed that deal, that was the highest deal ever, right?
How is that a pay
the most
cut?
amount of guaranteed money up until.
I think he was. I think they could have paid him like $40 million a year.
They did. How much?
He only
50.
No, I think that
it's 50.
Yeah, he's getting 200 for 4 years.
He's only at 150 for 3 years.
50 million a year.
That's 50, yeah.
Yeah.
But from what I heard is that he wanted like 200. So.
No, he got 250.
Yeah,
150 is guaranteed.
150 is guaranteed.
Like I think
4 year, 200. So he's getting 50 a year and
50 a year.
Yeah,
for 4 years.
For 4 years.
It's a whole lot of fucking money.
That's a whole lot of money.
That's 200 guaranteed. And the others, I think, are
probably. Last time I was like, does he have 4 years in him that he can?
Hey, what does The Rock say when he's wrestling back in 2000? How do you feel about the match?
It doesn't matter.
He got the money.
Yeah, man. We're making $50 million a year. What you gonna do? Put a breathalyzer on my 2000?
Once you get that age,
15 different cars, bitch.
You won at
I'm
least
going
one
out.
Super Bowl. They don't care. They want the money now. This is time for them to catch. This is their retirement plan.
Yeah,
win at least one. Go out as one of the best. You don't have to be the best, but get that max contract and peace.
Yeah, man. Because
like Carlos said, he's underachieved.
He's underachieved.
You just don't like Rodgers. Bob.
No, I just think that he's overhyped. That's all.
No,
you overhyped.
Hold on. I never said he was overhyped. I never said he was overhyped.
But you said Dak Prescott is worth everything he's getting paid now, but Aaron Rodgers isn't.
Well, I mean, you're comparing Dak Prescott's career to Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott.
But no. I'm talking about the fact that you said that you were on this show. You were like, he deserves this contract after he broke his ankle.
Yes, and I'm not saying
he deserves the contract because he did this and did that. So Aaron Rodgers won a chip and has been to the playoffs almost every year, every year.
I'm not saying
so how's he overhyped?
I'm not saying he doesn't deserve his money. I'm just saying the way that people put him on this pedestal, you would think he would have more than one Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
winning one is hard.
Yeah, he's good though. He's
good. Dak Prescott, ask the Cowboys.
Yeah. He's good.
That's just hard.
It's not easy, but
one is
good as people make him seem. Like he should have at least what?
So who's better than Aaron Rodgers in your book then? Who's better than Aaron Rodgers?
He's not.
I don't think talent wise. I mean, I think talent wise. I think he is one of the.
You can't contradict yourself now.
No.
And go back on it.
No, so again, it goes back to where you put him on a pedestal, right? Like
it goes back to where you hate the guy. I get it, but.
We're not gonna have this conversation again. We already talked about this.
No. You hate him. It's okay.
It's cool, man.
Let the hate out. Hate.
Don't worry. Save some hate for the next topic because I know it's coming.
Look, shout out to. No, well, first I want to give a shout out to Jimmy Garoppolo because it seems like fucking porn stars seems to work for him in the playoffs because he keeps beating Aaron Rodgers. So he's known for having dating porn star girlfriends, which is a contradiction in itself. The word porn star girlfriend is like.
Carlos, let me ask you this: would you rather have Garoppolo or Rodgers?
I'd rather have Rodgers' immunized toe than Jimmy Garoppolo. But I'd rather have a beer with Jimmy Garoppolo because he's going to be hanging out with porn stars.
Okay. His girlfriend's a porn star, or he hangs out with?
Yeah, he's dated. I think he dated one or two of them a few years ago, and it was all over the news. And
good for him. Shit.
I think Stephen A. Smith even calls him porn star Jimmy. It's like
Jimmy.
Yeah, that was also my nickname in college.
That's right.
Giggity.
A Bear County University, I think, conocían como
Bear County University.
Hey, BCU.
Great. The only thing I'm gonna say is, or the last thing I'm gonna say is, it's harder to adjust in the NFL because you don't have as many games as you do as other sports.
Yeah.
So we will see once the season gets started. Those first few games is what's going to determine. Let's see how the Dolphins. Let's see how Tom Brady coming back from his retirement does. Let's see how Denver does, and Raiders and everybody else who made those trades. I'm interested in seeing what happens. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait a whole half a year before that happens. So
we'll be talking about it during November, September. We'll give it to September.
All right. I need some more Hennessy's. Are we taking a break or no?
No.
All right.
Okay.
Keep it rolling.
That's the shit. Kyrie Irving is back.
Hey,
You went out and bought a T-shirt, you asshole.
I got this at the game on my birthday. First of all,
Hey,
Okay.
I like it. Okay.
First of all, was
All
that
right,
shirt
all right.
sanitized before you put it on?
so they're playing tonight, right?
No. They play. Oh, yeah, they are. No, they're not playing tonight.
Okay, they're
Yeah,
not playing tonight. But tonight
I
is the
don't think-
night that the announcement
So-
comes out as far as the lip, right?
No, they're not
Right.
playing tonight,
So-
but he could play.
No, so the thing is, the whole thing wasn't about the vaccinations anymore. That's far fetched. Everybody knows. Blah. You can say what you want. You agree, disagree. Who gives a shit anymore? At this point, it's past tense. Everybody's moving on out here.
Now
Nobody
it's
gives a
more
shit.
Yeah.
The whole thing
Yeah.
about Kyrie was the rule not making sense. Had nothing to do with the vaccine anymore. It's about a mandate that went into place saying that because he's a home team, Knicks, Nets, anybody that's not vaccinated cannot play in New York City. But visiting players that are not vaccinated, which there are still players that are not vaccinated,
playing.
they can play in New York City during the game.
Which
right?
makes no sense in the
Makes
world.
no
ever.
sense. So it has nothing.
No
Again, has
sense.
nothing to do with immunization. It has nothing to do with shots. 3, 4, 5th shot, whatever shot, however many shots you got. It's the rule. It's the mandate. They fired all these people that didn't want to take the vaccine. They got rid of them because this rule was in effect. The mandate. So sad, pitiful, horrible move. Now they're changing it to where they can go in if they're not vaccinated. The rule never made sense. Today, the rule makes sense. If somebody from outside can come in unvaccinated, why are you holding the people that live here to another standard?
Let me ask you a question, Eric, because you live in the area. What do you think took so fucking long for them to do this? Because
Well, it was put in place. It was put in place by, I think, what's his name that got that fired? The one that was the sex scandal. Cuomo.
There's a process.
Cuomo. There's a process to this. I think they wanted to change it when he got out.
Okay,
that's it. That's the only thing. It had nothing to do with the fact. It was the rule that didn't make sense, and everybody. But once they caught on to it, they were speaking on it, and all this shit. And especially when they cleared in the arena, when Kyrie showed up in the arena, but couldn't play, but he was allowed there legally, by law and all that. He was there. Why not let him play?
yeah.
It don't make sense.
How's he allowed in the building but he can't play?
Exactly. So that was the mandate. Doesn't make sense. If they could have made it make sense to where it actually benefited people, okay, that's it. That's what they should have had proof of that, whatever. But it didn't make sense, so they had to change it. They knew that shit didn't make sense. But anyway, he's back. That's all I got to say about that. So we'll see what the Nets do.
He's back making 50 points a game.
Yeah, one of the best future Hall of Famer. Put it out there. He is a Hall of Famer.
Robert, let's talk about you. We talked about your affinity for Aaron Rodgers. Let's talk about your affinity for Kyrie Irving. Where do you think this puts the Nets on the Eastern Conference totem pole?
Playoffs.
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you, yes.
Yeah, I mean the playoffs for sure. I mean, I think they're. I mean, in the Eastern Conference, there's just I don't see them beating Milwaukee. I'll tell you that much. I think that Milwaukee is come playoff time. It'll be hard to beat that team 4 out of 7 games.
Well, they almost
I think that what the Nets are lacking right now
Kevin
is the
Durant
bench.
by himself. So
Yeah.
if they have Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons, who has yet to play,
He's not going to play this year. He's not going to play this year. That's a wrap for his stupid ass.
I just think they're missing a bench. I think their bench, if their bench can really play like really good, then I think they have a really good chance.
well, they got a good bench. They got LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, they do.
No shout out to former Spurs,
but they got Seth Curry too, and he's a shooter. And they got
he's a hooper, dog.
And they got Drummond, who's been, I went to the game on my birthday, and this fool had almost a double-double in the first quarter. They took him out with 8 points and 10 rebounds. That fool's a monster.
By the way, happy birthday. Happy birthday. We were out last weekend, so we couldn't say much. We always
happy birthday, Eric.
We always celebrate Bob's birthday, but we never celebrate anybody else's birthday.
His Nose's birthday coming up too, the 31st.
Next Thursday, the next show.
Yes. Oh, is it? Okay. Legitimately healthy.
And the Heat right now are getting a lot of heat.
I'm not worried about the Heat, man. They're to me, I don't know, they're good, but they're like I'm
not
worried about them at all.
No, I'm not worried about the Heat.
I'd rather be worried about
Boston.
the Bulls.
Boston, on the other hand,
yeah. Boston, Philly,
Boston, and Milwaukee.
Boston, Philly, Milwaukee, and are the three teams, and obviously
Philly's a problem. What's funny is those little trades mid-season helped all those teams that we talked about. Whoever thought that Derek White would be like such a valuable player to the Boston Celtics, he's going the fuck off over there. You know,
hey, man,
and it's like wow.
And not name brand is who you gel with, man. It's you need the ball with people who get along. Man.
He's hooping over there, and he does everything that they needed. You know, they need an extra ball handler, defender, shooter, and he does all that. You know, and shout out to D White. We still got love here.
And in addition to those teams that we mentioned, what I'm surprised about that are in the running, the Cavaliers. And
yes, the Cavs are in there,
and the Raptors.
Yeah,
Toronto is still in that. You know,
that's my thing. I'm more worried about those teams than I am Milwaukee or Philadelphia, so to speak. Like, I'm not worried about them. I'd rather be worried about the teams that we possibly face in the second, third round.
No, what I'm worried about the Nets is like they play a style of basketball. It's not nobody has really won with like. You got 2 one-on-one guys and a bunch of role players, right? You don't really have a system that you run. Steve Nash is not running like a Princeton offense. He's not moving the ball. He's basically saying it, I'm going to give it to KD. I'm going to give it to Kyrie. Here's how it can work, though. Those are literally the top players at their position ever as far as scoring the basketball. There's no one better than Kevin Durant at a small forward position scoring the basketball. There's no one better than Kyrie Irving scoring the basketball at the point guard position. So that's the way it could work. Like those two got to fucking put up astronomical numbers. Patty Mills got to hit some shots. LaMarcus Aldridge got to come off the bench, hit a shot or two. Seth Curry hit a couple threes in the fourth quarter.
But
they can win.
But
they don't run a system.
Isn't that the way the game is ran now? Just kind of give the ball to your all-star or superstar, whichever you got, and just run the offense off him?
Not really.
I think that's the way it is. I think you give it to your superstar and let them run no matter the position, center, power forward, point guard, shooting guard. But
they still have an offense, though.
Yeah,
they still have an offense. Yeah, you want to give it to your best player, but you have to have a system that you're running. I don't think Steve Nash really has one. Hold on. You have to say the whole name. St. Peter's Peacocks.
St. Peter's Peacocks.
Hey, you know they're from
North
Jersey.
Carolina versus UCLA.
Yeah, they're from Jersey.
Yo, so everybody here was like going crazy, right?
No, they're from New Jersey, bro.
What is it? Why is these people going crazy? I'm thinking like,
dude, like right down
maybe some of these kids' parents are here and they go to that college.
Their coach is like a little hood ass motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, he's from New York.
Yeah.
I heard him talk the other night. He's like scared. These kids are from New York and New Jersey. They're not scared.
Yeah, scared.
They should be scared of us.
Come on, we got kids here from and then they showed this white boy, right? And the white boy is like talking shit. I'm like, they don't give a fuck.
No, some guy was like, if they got a basketball team and they're all black except for this one white dude, he's a bad dude.
Yeah,
that kid's the star, or he's gonna
he interviewed him after the game. They're like, yeah, dude. I was like, man, this white kid's gangster, dog.
He was talking shit.
He was talking shit.
I didn't know until everybody at the place who was there going crazy. I'm like, oh shit! And then the Peacocks, out of all the names they named, they were like Peacocks. They all went to that college.
I've never looked at a peacock and been intimidated ever.
I'd be scared though if it opened his shit up and it came at me.
Yeah.
I'd
if it came at you, you're gonna run like a little bitch. Shut up, Carlos.
No, fuck that, man. I'm looking at that thing like, yeah, look at that. It's blue chicken.
I could see Carlos trying to kick it like he did the ducks. The ducks at the waters.
Look, man. Look. This is how I feel about animals. About animals in general. Yeah, man. You can hurt me, right? A goose can come up and peck the shit out of me. A pit bull can come up and bite me in the ass. But I'm a man, bitch. I'm on top of the food chain. I can kill your ass. Come and do the little peacock shit. Nigga, I will make blue chicken. Blue and orange.
I believe you.
Yellow chicken.
I would pay to see that fight.
Yeah,
I believe you. I think you were trying to take him down. You trying to take down my dog? My dog was fucking like.
I will pay to watch that on the Jake Paul.
Yeah, when the dog was trying to fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Fuck you.
Welcome back. Shout out to Biggie.
Welcome back.
Yeah, he's been, dude.
He is back.
I felt like I was back in 1999 there for a minute, but
nice.
I want to talk to you guys about the Puerto Rican boxing extravaganza that went down in New York last Saturday.
God.
I want to get you guys' thoughts. If you guys got a chance to watch the fights, I know I did. If you
I'm about
didn't,
to pull
you
a
have
Stephen
to
A.
go
Smith.
back and check it out.
So, the blasphemy.
The
that I
blasphemy,
watched.
Biggie. Tell us what you thought. I'll give you guys my thoughts.
I'm going
you
first.
go first, Biggie. Tell me about what you thought about Berlanga.
Hey, man.
Not to hate on the kid because
I'm hating on the kid. He was horrible. Wait, if I would have won, I would have asked for my money back. The dude showed no enthusiasm. He held back. I don't know how many times he do this and then hold back. Like at least 4 or 5 times. Like the first 4 or 5 rounds. Look, man, this dude. I don't know what he was scared of, or he just want to, show that he could go an extra,
round.
8 rounds.
He did that
or
last
something.
time. That's the thing. He did that last time. Like,
but no. Tell me if I'm lying. If that shit was horrible on his half, I thought he was gonna come out. He might just be a knockout artist and nothing more than that. What do you guys
not
think?
anymore.
I think that was one of the most disappointing fights I've seen in a while. Like
horrible.
This guy just totally all the expectations that I had of him.
Exactly.
He straight up he peed it. He peed on his cock.
Did you see the reaction when they raised his hand? Like he was surprised he won. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Please watch that again if you did. Please watch the reaction. He was like, if he was surprised or something to me. Like,
yeah, I think he was disappointed in himself too. Like, yeah, this is not the performance we expected from him.
Definitely not.
This was going to be our next kid. I mean, he still has potential. These 2 last fights kind of like have clouded that. But we'll see.
I like the kid before him, Yandel. Winston.
Hey, that kid's got skills. So
nice.
That kid got put a lot. That kid is.
Who won the first fight? I saw the fight, but I missed the last couple of rounds, and I don't know.
Era Moreno. I can't remember his name. I'll have to go back.
The Puerto Rican won that fight.
No, it was Era Moreno.
The other dude.
It wasn't Puerto Rican,
okay,
but there was another Puerto Rican that fought a Canadian guy, and he didn't really look that good either. So, I think Berlanga, instead of like progressing, I think he's been digressing as far as like.
Yeah, the last 2 fights.
It's only been 2 fights that he went the distance. So you gotta give him everything was first round knockout. So,
but that's what I'm saying though. Like, you would have thought, and you would think that going 12 rounds his last fight and just looking like
10 rounds.
Shit.
He only goes 10 rounds.
And then he comes out this fight against a 37-year-old, mind you. That dude was 37 years old. And there was just no, like you said, no enthusiasm. Compared to the other fight, I thought he looked worse.
Now, were these 12?
Was an older opponent. Like, I just honestly, like, it's like I was telling y'all, like, via text, like, honestly, I don't think he can learn anything else from his dad or the people that are training him.
Yeah, he needs a new trainer.
Like, I think that's what he's going to be with the people that he's with right now. Unless he's just not listening to his corner. Right, because I think like during the fight they were like, "Hey, jab, like use your jab."
Mm-hmm.
But maybe he just said,
"Well, I mean, he pulled it back like he was going to jab. He just never swung."
And then he wasn't aggressive. So, in my opinion, I still think that, like one said, he's still young. I think he does have the talent, and I think he does have the charisma to still be able to like stay legitimate as far as boxing. But if he comes out again. And he was the main card. Remember, he was doing he was doing undercards. It was like
this is his first main card.
So for him to come out as a main card and like just kind of like stink it up that way, it's obviously it's bad for his image, right, as a boxer. But I still think he's young enough to be able to learn new things.
Yeah, you can bounce back from that.
We want that microwave success, man. We want that instant.
Results, bro. We so hungry. We so hungry for that next person to come up already. Like okay, who's next? Okay, we had Tito, we had Cotto, we had, and it's like, oh,
Wilfredo
who's next?
Vázquez.
We want to see somebody like good, and we were hoping he would be it, but I mean,
But man,
He's
he didn't
not.
do anything. And I think that's why. I think that's what was more disappointing, that we were expecting him at least to put up a fight. I mean, yeah, he was walking the guy.
At least
down,
go back to the first round knockout mode.
Yeah, like just
see
try
if
to
he can restart
chop
it.
his head off. But I was disappointed in their performance. I'm sure his team was too. So maybe they'll get it together. Hopefully, in my opinion, I think that if he really wants to like do another main card, he's gonna have to really like diverse himself in the skill of boxing and really develop a jab, head movement.
and
He's
speed,
too
more
flat-footed.
speed.
Yeah,
I think,
and he's too flat-footed too, bro. Like he fought the whole time flat-footed. Like, just
Yeah,
like, what are
he
you
doesn't.
doing?
He
Like, you know
doesn't
what I
have
mean?
any kind of movement.
Yeah,
That's why, like, they're telling him to jab. You got to move your feet. You got to be in position to jab. You can't
Yeah.
just jab off your back foot.
yeah.
You know.
So-
I think similar to what Cotto did when he got Freddie Roach. He had to switch up his whole style.
yeah.
Everything, throw it out the window, and and come back. Because remember, Cotto had a few bad losses there, where he kind of disappointed us. Also, then he came back later on in his career, and with Freddie Roach in his corner, and became a totally different fighter. Mind you, he was already older at that age, but he got mad respect. He went toe to toe with Mayweather, probably the only guy that hurt him in his last 10 fights. And so he needs to do out there. Agree with Robert. He needs to do something similar, because what I saw the other day was fucking crap. And I'm saying that as a boxing fan first, and as a Puerto Rican second. You know?
And I'm glad you brought that up, Carlos, because when his dad was training him, obviously he was a different boxer, right? He was more of an inside boxer and a body puncher. And then obviously when his dad passed away and all that, he had to go through a few trainers. But when Freddie Roach took over him, you can see he was boxing more on his toes.
He was more powerful.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he was more balanced, and he was used his jab a lot. He would counter punch better. So I think Freddie Roach would be a fantastic trainer for that kid. I mean, obviously those are like us, like just dreaming, right? But I think that Freddie Roach could really help him like a lot. So shout out to him. He still got the win. I still don't think he can compete with any other division champions on that class. I still think he's way behind. But man, Sandel Sayas though.
Yeah.
Dog, see, that's the thing. I was thinking if a Puerto Rican boxer is gonna blow up social media, I thought it was gonna be Berlanga that night, and it was Sayas.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about that kid. I'm like,
listen, I know you guys know that I love the shit out of boxing. It's one of those things that I just keep up with. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see Canelo fight in his younger days when he was doing the undercards. He did the undercard when Mayweather fought Shane Mosley, and I think that was his first like exposure. I
watched that with you, right? And I was like, "Who the fuck is this big Irish Mexican?"
Yeah, I think that the kid, like, what impressed me the most, because he's fighting at 154, right? And he's only 19, mind you that, right? So he hasn't even come into his body yet. The composure that the kid has on as far as like placing his shots, fighting on his toes.
Are you talking about Canelo or Sayas?
Bro, like it was just like what we wanted Berlanga to do.
Yeah.
But the dude before his fight did it, and you can tell the difference as far as talent, right? Like, obviously they're both talented, but man, I was really impressed with the kid. I hope that the kid like really does continue improving, because from the last fight he did improve a lot as far as his footwork on the ring. And I just think this kid's going to take Puerto Rico by storm, and I think he's going to take boxing by storm within the next 2 to 3 years. Remember that I heard it here first.
Oh, yeah. That's a brave statement.
And he's the youngest boxer to sign with Top Rank, and they signed him at 16. He was boxing professionally out of high school. He was
remember.
Like, think about it, bro. Like, he's only been boxing professionally for 3 years. Like, the kid is he's not even old enough to buy a beer yet. But you can tell
in Puerto Rico you can
that he's got like talent, like, you know what I mean? So
medalla.
No, para él no, porque ese es un nene.
I just don't want us. I don't want us to, set ourselves up for, Just want to put that expectations on him because there's been far and few in between.
You don't want
other Puerto Rican boxers.
Yeah, you don't want another
since
Cotto.
Like we look at Canelo, we're like, damn dog, like we knew Canelo was gonna be great, right? He has had no hiccups along the way.
No,
we haven't had anybody like that since Tito. So, and even then, at the end of his career, he lost some fights he shouldn't have. So, I think Saez probably has the best, as far as trajectory goes, because he's so young, and if he gets the right people in his corner, he can make some moves. But I think overall, Berlanga, from a talent standpoint, is more talented. So if Saez can kind of stay out of that, because you look at Macho Camacho, look, he was a pretty decent fighter, but it was all showboating, that cockiness. So we don't.
Whoa! Macho
a lot
Camacho
of Puerto Rican
is a legend,
fighters
bro.
do that.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
He is
a legend.
He was a hell of a boxer.
He was a great boxer. I never said he wasn't, but he had a little bit. He was more hyped than he was. Anything else.
You could say that about Mayorga. I'm not gonna let you talk about Macho Camacho like that.
No, I like
Mayorga. Talk about Macho Camacho like that, bro. Come on, Macho
Camacho.
You gotta watch
what you're explaining.
You gotta watch the Macho Camacho documentary, bro. You will get it.
I actually watched part of it.
Watched it.
You'll get an insight why Macho Camacho was so famous. As far as like the whole boxing and like show aspect.
The nigga came out in a fucking helmet and a cape. That's amazing. That's something I would do. But you're also setting yourself up for failure when you do shit like that. Like, boxing is not wrestling. You can't chug 2 beers before the.
So Prince
again, go to Mayorga because he did all that.
Or the
what's
his name? Prince
Prince Mohammed.
Hassim.
He came out with all this flashy stuff, and then
he started getting his ass kicked.
From day one.
Calm down.
It's a mentality, bro. Like you have to keep yourself.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I'm getting at. Like you don't want to get yourself overhyped. That's why I love so much about Cotto. I thought Cotto was an overachiever because I never thought he was going to be any good. I thought he was going to be okay, but I didn't think he'd be
great.
Because he's got a lot of respect.
Great
from around the world in
4
boxing.
division champ, bro. It's hard to move up in 4 divisions and win.
And the first couple times I saw Cotto fight, I was like, you
weren't too impressed.
Yeah, I was not impressed, and he was able to, keep climbing up that ladder.
So. Yeah, he's a great boxer. If he had the charisma, like a Macho or whatever, we would be talking more about him than we do.
Yeah, he just wasn't flashy. He wasn't in the public. He wasn't wearing a lot of jewelry.
He was about boxing.
He was about boxing.
Humble.
Yeah,
and I think that's
why he's an anti-Puerto Rican fighter.
Yeah, he's not loud. Yeah.
So, by the way, Nassim Mohammed only lost 1 time in his whole career. Nuts, right? And that dude was a champ for like one of the longest times. Watch highlights of him. Watch highlights of him on YouTube. That dude was nuts.
Who he lost against?
He lost against Marco Antonio Barrera back in 2001.
He only has one loss.
He was doing all this, and then Antonio Barrera just caught him with a nice left.
I feel like he lost more than that because
he lost a lot more than that.
No, sir. He was 35-1, 31-1.
No.
Prince.
Okay. Prince Nassim Hamed.
No.
See?
Could somebody look that up?
Yep. Bro, I got it right here. I ain't gotta lie to you.
No, but you're lying to me. All I'm hearing right now is that you're immunized. That's all I'm hearing.
I'm immunized, which means I can go ahead and go up. That's what Aaron Rodgers was doing.
Oh my toe! All right,
I'll wait.
I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm looking it up too. Yeah, 1 loss.
Oh,
shit.
I guess from that 1 loss, he like completely lost it.
He lost it.
I could have sworn I've seen him like fight like 5 times and he's never won.
No, look him up now. I think he got como yo creo que él era Muslim. So I think he his religion, like he got in. I remember what happened to Hakeem Olajuwon and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because of the Ramadan and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think he just couldn't. Which is ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying
no, he just got knocked the fuck out.
But yeah, he got really big. Look at him. Look at pictures of him before and after, and y'all gonna laugh. Google him before and after.
Exactly.
We're not gonna laugh at nobody's religion, Robert.
Huh?
We're not gonna laugh at nobody's religion, Robert.
Sometimes it's not just religion. Sometimes it's meth.
No.
Or burgers.
We're not gonna laugh at nobody's fatness.
All right, Carlos, we won't laugh at you today.
So, thanks.
Me and Carlos look like we're 189 pounds.
There you go.
Up top.
Up
top. When you get to the bottom, it's like, whoa.
It's like,
especially the mid region.
Be like them hips.
Don't lie. I got love handles on my love handles.
No.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter
I got
is,
extra foreskin on my penis.
I hope the kid like really comes through and like puts us back on where we need to be in boxing as Puerto Rico. And I wanted to talk to you guys about these Canelo tickets. I was trying to search these Canelo tickets for the weekend in.
What was it? What was up top? How much?
I already know what Juan's thinking. See if I'm there.
Oh, there was $560, dog.
Oh.
See, if I was there, Juan thinking what I'm thinking. Hey,
you would pay that
one time.
All out there for that
one
time.
No. Hold on, because I told Juan, if Canelo's fighting, when we're in Vegas, we gotta go.
Holy shit.
Earlier today, moving on, made the GOAT rest in peace. Earlier today, Vanessa Bryant came out and posted something on her Instagram that I guess Nike and her, they're going to continue the Kobe line with Nike, which I think is freaking fantastic. I just hope that Nike realizes that we need the sneakers. Like, every time Nike has released Kobe, it's like sold out in like a second and a half, and I just don't think it's fair because this is all like resellers do. But anyhow, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yes.
They're not gonna make it fair because everyone that has a bot, we're not gonna name anybody here.
Right there, man.
We'll get them.
Yeah,
but I hope that Nike really looks at it and actually makes these shoes because of what Kobe meant for like the culture, what he meant for the NBA. I hope that they actually make it like mass releases to where like people like me can get a pair.
And what I don't want them to do is make it like a novelty shoe, because the Kobe's have always been really good basketball shoes. Also, they're not.
Everybody in the NBA right now wears Kobe's.
Yeah, I hope they continue making them good basketball shoes. But yeah, if you're like, every time I hear shit like this, like why did it just now happen? Like I picture these CEOs and these execs from Nike, whatever. I picture them talking in Italian American accents, Yeah, the guy's dead. We need to pay the fucker. Why we gonna pay the motherfucker? He ain't dead. He ain't alive no more.
You gotta pay his wife, though.
You gotta pay his wife.
She never played basketball.
She
didn't dribble a basketball. Why we gotta pay her? Why we gotta pay the wife?
His wife has control
of his estates.
When Kobe scored 80 points, was she on the court? No.
I think that the fact of the matter is, like, when you really look at the NBA now in 2022, like the Kobe 8s, the Kobe 9s, like literally every single NBA player you see playing right now plays on those sneakers.
Except for Kevin Durant. Guess he was.
Yeah, and Kyrie Irving.
Everyone.
They got their own sneaker deals, but not just anybody that don't have their own sneaker deal plays with Kobe's. Like, and I think that's like just. To me, that's just
not really. I've seen a lot that have their own.
Or LeBron.
Have Jordan.
LeBron don't play in Kobe's either,
bro.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that actually don't play in Kobe's.
No, like the Kobe's are the number one worn sneaker by NBA players.
Says who?
Yeah, I mean, is that official? Is that official?
Yes. Like this is the reason why she's been.
Sounds like an opinion to me.
All right.
I don't know.
I don't know about this guy.
Let's start counting how many people,
So
how many players on the floor have Kobe's on.
Yeah. I'm gonna take notes.
Take notes.
Relax.
Honestly, I don't even know why they wear the Kobe's.
20% of the NBA players wear Nike Kobe's.
That was way off from what you said, wasn't it?
Well, 20% of NBA players. I mean, think about it. Every other player, they might be wearing like sneaker deals that have with Adidas and whatnot, but 20% of NBA players wear actual Nike Kobe's.
How many wear Nike Jordans? How many wear Nike Jordans?
The real GOAT. The GOAT of all.
That's a bad man.
We don't count those numbers because that's automatic. We don't count those numbers because it's automatic.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd share that with you. Nuffsaid.
Nuffsaid Tusabe. Aquí estamos. I'm still good. Let's talk about. I want to hit this subject real quick because I know we missed last week, but let's talk about Chico. NWO.
Scott Hall.
Razor Ramon, aka Scott Hall. You know his world, and he was 62. I think he was 62, something like that.
Yeah, but he's relatively young to pass away.
Yeah,
you know?
But I still remember when he first came out as Razor Ramon. I didn't know him. I didn't realize who he was prior to that because
I never made the connection because I saw Scott Hall, right? Yeah. I never made. They look like two different people.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, are you guys serious right now? It looked like the same dude.
No, but
no. Scott Hall had like a mullet. Like
before he was Razor Ramon.
I remember Razor Ramon when he first came out.
He was Cowboy Scott Hall, El Vaquero Scott Hall, and he even
the dude had a mullet.
Man, he used to wrestle over there, and I remember. I don't remember clearly, but now that I think about it, he was there like when he used to fight Carlos Colon and Invader and all those people. He used to fight in the Puerto Rican wrestling league and stuff like that.
Okay. I didn't know him then. I know when he came to the WWF.
Don't doubt him if you didn't know.
But when you got to realize him is when he came out as Razor Ramon. You know, with the Cuban. Yeah. He did the whole Scarface thing.
Yeah, like I think come. You mentioned that because not a lot of people know that he wrestled. I should say, in the Puerto Rican leagues. It's probably where he picked up the accent.
No, he picked up the accent from the movie Scarface. Yeah, this whole character, Razor Ramon, is based around Scarface.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
You get it?
Yeah.
But he actually.
And for the longest time, I thought he was Latino.
Yeah, I thought he was Cuban, and he's white.
I didn't know he was Scott Hall.
I didn't know his name.
How do you not know? He looks just like him.
He doesn't look anything like Scott Hall.
Well, probably because he dyed his hair black.
No, man, he was cowboy, bro. He had like long, like a mullet, like fucking.
No.
Look, talking about NWO prior to Scott Hall. He's talking about prior to Razor Ramon. Once Razor Ramon came out, everybody knew.
No, man, I'm talking about when he was Razor Ramon. I didn't make the connection that he was Scott Hall. I already knew who Scott Hall was. I've seen him wrestle before.
That was after that.
No,
nigga.
Prior to.
Was it prior?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought Razor Ramon was in the WWF first. Then he went to the WCW. Then
no,
NWO.
I'm talking about before he got to the WWE.
Yeah.
He was wrestling in the Puerto Rican league.
WCW actually for a little while.
Yeah, WCW.
So I know that because he was with NWO with Hulk Hogan, but he was with WWF first, right?
No. He wasn't with WWF
first. In 87 to 90. Then he did AWA through like 85 to 89. So
yeah. So okay.
When did he do WWE?
You guys gotta be quick on your fingers, man.
Like
92, 93, around that time. So let me go back. So during the 80s, early 90s, he was independent. He was doing shows with everybody, with whoever, and he was Cowboy Scott Hall. That's how people knew him as, or like If you would recognize him, that's how you know him. When he came to WWE in early '90s, he came out as Razor Ramon, and that's how people started like really knowing him. And as he went through WWE, I think he was Razor Ramon until he went to WCW. Back to
Yeah, he was Razor Ramon all the way.
That's what I'm saying. He was Razor Ramon until he went to WCW and became Scott Hall again and went to the NWO.
And then when he came back to WWF, he became Razor Ramon back in like '92.
But what I'm saying is, like when he came out as Razor Ramon, I had seen Scott Hall wrestle before the Razor Ramon days, and I never made the connection. For years, I never thought that they were the same wrestler.
After his transition from Razor Ramon to Scott Hall NWO.
Oh no, he's talking about before.
You're talking about before.
Yeah.
I never seen that. So
that's what I'm saying. When he came out with NWO, that's when they said their names, right? Kevin Nash.
That's when he was Scott
Hall, and I'm like, that's not Scott Hall.
And then that's Razor Ramon.
When I looked it up, I was like, oh shit. Because remember, at that time, Google was very. Like, it started becoming a thing. So, I had to click out of my porn. Once I clicked out of my porn, I clicked on Scott Hall. I was like, yes! Yes! I know that guy. And,
all right.
But anyways, R.I.P. Scott Hall.
R.I.P. brother.
Ed Chico.
Hey, Chico.
Hey, say hello to the bad guy.
There was that moment in wrestling period. There was a big worldwide it was known because of the whole going from WWF to WCW and being the outsiders, being to NWO. That whole, everybody remembers that part, and he was a big part of that. But at the same time, he was a great wrestler. To me, he was a great wrestler.
Yeah,
Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon WrestleMania
was what the ladder match.
1, 2, 3 Kid.
Best match ever.
Remember when him and 1, 2, 3 Kid?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Like X-Pac, X-Pac,
That was like a huge freaking rivalry that they had between them two. So.
Yeah, and then that good. But they're part of the group. They're part of the clique. They're part of the clique.
Weren't they a tag team once?
Who was that?
Razor Ramon.
They even made like
a tag team. Weren't they tag teams?
They tag team together. Yeah. But most of them did, the clique, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, Triple H, X-Pac, they were all part of that,
NWO.
Yeah, the NWO crew, clique, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that era when they went to WCW, and then Hulk Hogan became the villain and part of NWO. Yeah. That was an iconic era in wrestling, man. It was great.
It was good.
Scott Hall
was cool.
Was front and center of everything.
I didn't watch that much, but I just know that Hulk Hogan was hated for
going to the dark side.
Yeah, going to the other side. A lot of people wanted John Cena to do kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
And he's never switched. So, but now he's doing.
Have you guys ever seen the documentary on Scott Hall and his real life?
Yeah,
I've seen
it's on Netflix, I believe, or something like that.
I think 2, and the last one that I saw was the one that they were kind of concerned about him because he was like stupid drinking,
doing the most,
doing a lot of pain medicines, a lot of opioids, and then he came out and he couldn't barely walk because he was
he fought like that too.
So he
fought fucked up.
That was the last time I saw a documentary on him, but supposedly he got really clean. Towards the end. So
that's him and Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake is. I mean, so Jake the Snake's still here, but he
is. But have you seen him? He don't look the same, bro. He was definitely. Jake the Snake was one of my favorite wrestlers coming out. I DDT people on live fights. So
yeah, it's crazy how obviously back in the 80s and 90s, like these wrestlers didn't care what they were putting in their bodies, right? Like especially when it came to like steroids and stuff like that, and like
steroids,
you know what I mean?
opioids,
Steroids bad.
Steroids bad.
Well, they make your dick shrink and they make you aggressive.
Is that facts? Is that a proven
is that
study? Is that a proven study?
Well, I have never taken steroids, so my penis is small all by itself. Shay, what was that? What was that rapper that made that song? Right, that Vince McMahon and Eric Bischoff. You remember that?
Yeah, that's Nuffsaid. So, rest in peace. NWO,
baby.
Wolfpack, all that. Ya tú sabes.
Dímelo, ¿qué es la que hay?
¿Qué es la que hay? ¿Qué es la que hay? Mira, ya Carlos se quitó. Ya Carlos se quitó el micrófono y todo, se fue para el carajo.
Brittany Griner, right? So I'm gonna touch on a couple things here, but from a political standpoint, right? Because she is a famously gay athlete, right? And if it was somebody else, do you think that she would have got more pub, and and the U.S. would have went and got her real quick? But because she's a black gay athlete,
no, I it's unfortunate that she's over there and she was playing over there, but I don't think that, regardless of who it is, we would not step into that into that field, because that would create worse scenario than where it already is. We're in hot water. We're in hot water as it is right now, because everybody's looking at us like, yo, you're not helping us.
But we are. That's the thing, though. Like the people don't realize that all the sanctions that the United States has put on Russia, like their economy has gone back to like 30 years, bro.
Yeah.
And the thing is that what people see in Russia, it's that they don't have like cable, like kind of like we do. They don't show. First of all, their Facebook is shut down. You can't go on Facebook and watch news.
They're controlling the scenario.
Yeah, they're controlling
Facebook,
what they want.
Instagram, all that shut down.
So
TikTok.
They're saying that she got. They're saying again, like I'm with one on this one, because they're saying, and they've done this in the past with people that have traveled over there, where they like, quote unquote, oh, she had all this with them, but like there's no way for the United States to actually like
step in.
That she had what they saying that she had, because supposedly she had like those vibes,
a bunch of hash.
Yeah, like the ones that you buy in the vape pens. They're saying that she got caught with those, but again, it's like going back to what Juan's saying. I think it's all political. For me, when I look at it, I think it's political. It's like, hey, we got one of you.
So you don't think if it would have been a more prominently straight white male athlete, that U.S. wouldn't have been pressured to do something faster?
I honestly think that if it was somebody from the U.S., they would have done the same thing regardless of it.
No,
I think it's because it's somebody from the U.S. and it's such
so regardless of who it is, I think they would have done the same thing to whoever it was.
It's on a higher level, and because she's gay and black, I think they got her for that more than what the crime was.
Yes,
I think it's to get our attention.
And for political reasons. They did it for political reasons too.
No. Yeah. I
did it to prove a point.
You just say anybody from another country, especially Americans, arrested for drugs, is political. There's nothing unpolitical about anybody that gets arrested that's famous
because they want something back. They're going to want something back in return for her.
Yeah. So Russia
she's not really.
So Russia.
No, honestly,
in my opinion, she's not really. She's not a big threat. She's not.
I'm gonna talk some knowledge right now.
She's not a big. She's not a big.
But she is a big threat, and I want to talk
nobody really
I want to know. I think she's.
So hold on, Robert. 1 second. So you're saying that because she was black, because she was gay, because she was American, Russia was like, you ain't leaving, you ain't going nowhere.
And that's exactly why, because of what's going on with Ukraine, bro. Because what's going to happen is, and I think what's going to happen is, if shit hits the fan, if shit really does hit the fan, like I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, we ain't gonna do shit. We're gonna keep her, and we're gonna do whatever.
The thing is that
honestly, like, because she had nothing to do with anything that's going on over
there. The thing is that over there, not on our side, but over there, if si fuera un blanco, you know, no hubieran, they wouldn't have done anything. But
I'll be honest with you. I get what you're saying, Juan, but I think that because of how high tensions are over there, if it was just an American period, I think they would have been like, hey, like,
I agree with that too. It could have been just any American.
That's just me. Like, because of
mind
how
you,
the propaganda is over there and how corrupt that whole government is. Honestly, like,
mind you, nobody.
American, I mean, would have been like, you ain't going nowhere. Like, we're gonna keep you here hostile.
Yeah.
Until we decide what to do with you, until the United States decides that they want to do something about you going back and they give us some in return. And I think that's what's going to happen.
I mean, they're basically baiting the U.S. You know,
that's what I think.
And with her, keeping her over there. You know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, it's unfortunate. You know, and
it's sad.
I don't want to say nobody, but I think very few people actually knew the severity of the situation between them, Russia and Ukraine, at the moment that she got locked up. So none of us were like, okay, you know, but this type of shit happens all the time with a lot of different countries over there, particularly in that part of the world. Like, they all have different beefs going on together. We never thought it was going to be to this. Actually, I didn't think it would go to this extreme. So having over there was unfortunate. Brittany, get back safe. You know, and we need you back home, and come back.
And I think it's gonna be one of those things where at the end of the day, bro, like, honestly, like, and it's sad to say, but man, like, if shit continues the way that it's going right now, because that dude over there is talking about they might be using nuclear weapons, not like devastating nuclear weapons, but like the type that are like,
there's no such thing as a non-devastating nuclear weapon.
You know what I mean? And I think that's where it's like, damn, like, as soon as that dude drops one of them shits, bro, like, NATO's gonna be like,
he won't. I guarantee that he won't even think about it. He's
bombing children.
He'll start.
Yes,
country won't.
What's gonna stop him from doing that, bro?
So,
the United States, bro. That's what's stopping him.
So
exactly.
I heard
every other nation that's like against him, like, that's waiting for that moment for him to do something like that.
He does.
Only thing
China,
is,
I think China's secretly waiting.
We can't do anything. We can't do anything because they're not part of NATO. You know, the whole.
They're not part of NATO.
Remember that the Russia they took that part from China. So China's like, nigga, you fuck up. You know what I mean? We'll let the Americans and everybody weaken you, and then we're gonna go in and get our land back because Russia took all their land. You know what I mean? All the way on the right hand side, like that's all Chinese. There was Chinese territory that Russia won from World War I. They want their land back.
Here's the thing.
Unless
history
Putin's
lesson.
History lesson. Just to prove
Ukraine used to be part of. Ukraine used to be part of the Soviet Union, and the reason
USSR.
Why, so the reason why
the reason why Rocky IV happened.
Yes. Boom. So the reason why
he dies, he dies.
He wants that country is because he wants that country to be part of Russia again, kind of like back in the 80s in the Soviet Union, and before the Cuban nuclear war thing happened, when they put fucking guns in Cuba, and fucking John F. Kennedy was like,
but the Ukraine is now a republic. It is not.
It's a democratic state now. They're a democratic state. That's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? So, and I think that's why a lot of countries are backing them up. Like, hey, like, they're a democratic state. Like, you can't just roll up in there and like.
How's that gasolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's it treating you?
Enough said.
Gasolina's good.
No said.
The only gasolina we can get for like $2.
Hey, it's like $10 a 5-pack or something, like 6-pack.
Talking about gas, did you guys know that the oil barrel went down like 35%? Yeah, gas still hasn't gone down.
Why?
Yep, they're using the war
supply and demand.
A war that has nothing to do with us.
No, it's because
supply and demand, bro.
Hey, you know what it is, bro? It's one what Carlos said, supply and demand, but it's these oil companies are the ones that dictate that.
The gas prices.
Exxon, Shell, all the
everybody's
companies.
getting their gas from Russia and Ukraine.
No, listen.
But
listen. So these oil companies, right, are the ones that buy oil by the barrel, right? Which is how the stock market is viewed, right? So they're like, hey, I'm gonna pay, I'm willing to pay $150 a barrel. You start paying that much for it, that means that on our end we're gonna pay more for it.
Exactly, supply and demand, bro.
I understand that, but why is that affecting? Why is what's happening in Russia affecting us?
Because we get a lot of oil from Russia, but we still have a lot of oil in reserve where we can still have enough oil. And the United States,
we only get about 15% of our crude oil from Russia. But
the United States has over 18 contracts that they approve for all these oil companies to go drill and get more oil. But they don't want to because they're like, boom, bitch, I'm making billions of dollars.
I think it's more
$50 a barrel. So why the fuck would I? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's more about the supply and demand than anything else. I mean, what
it really is.
Why do you think you pay? Why do you think you pay $20 for 15 chicken wings? You can buy 3 whole chickens for $14.
You guys are spitting the obvious. Yes, of course that's how it goes. I agree with you guys 100%.
I just want to make sure that we understand. There's a lot.
I know. I'm just saying, but we have
misinformation going out there. They're like, oh, the president can dictate what the gas prices. No, he can't.
So what you're saying is not Biden's fault.
No,
it's not fucking Joe Biden's fault.
The president
are blaming the Biden administration for this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
jackasses.
It's like, oh, the president's gonna go to the Senate and the Congress and be like, I want you guys to charge $4.50 for gas. No, it doesn't work that way.
Dumbasses.
Yes,
but they let it happen. Like they let it happen.
We're not gonna get into that.
Every president.
You know what? I'm a boycott chicken wings. Fuck that. You know what? I'm just gonna buy whole fucking chickens.
But wait a minute, Hill Country Fair, Tyson, HEB.
Then
HEB, bro.
Then Wingstop go to thighs because there was a shortage on chicken wings. Yeah. There was a shortage on chicken wings.
And they're still blocking people in Canada from coming to the US.
How the fuck does that happen?
Hey, isn't Rick Ross promoting thighs? If you look it up, Rick Ross promoting
chicken thighs.
Nigga, look at me. I'm promoting thighs.
You promoting diabetes, man.
Yeah, you promoting diabetes and stomach.
You promoting insulin.
Diabetes, alcoholism, all the good stuff. All the shit that keeps you alive.
All right,
I'm a piece of shit. It ain't hard to fucking tell.
Thank you for everybody that got a chance to watch us. Biggie, love you. One, love you.
This was a good show. Great show, guys. Great show.
Hey,
man.
It is a great show. Hey.
I just want to say everything in a positive note. Kyrie's back, bitches! Kyrie's back! What all the
Shout out
he's
my
back.
son's mother.
He's back.
But
fuck the shots. Fuck all that bullshit.
We're gonna go.
Hey, man. Let's go.
Let's go.
I gotta pee.
Hey,
I gotta fucking pee.
We gotta
get eliminated in round one.
This is
you guys enjoy the show.
We enjoy this shit. Hope y'all enjoy this shit. Yo.
Thank you for coming out. God bless. Carlos, the show's not over. Hold on.
Yeah.
Se fue.
He's got a class to teach in the morning.
Class to teach.
He's got a class to teach.
El maestro.
He gonna go meet up with Peter right now.
For one beer. Carlos ain't got nowhere to go. He's just tired.
He's going
home.
Dude,
he's gonna go to sleep.
He wants to go to bed.
And a house full of bedroom furniture.